What's up guys, welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you want to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, I definitely have some companions I can count on.
And given how much more powerful you are than them, Sir Masayuki, you're an over A for sure. After all, Sir Rimuru himself certified you as a hero.
Mjolnir had nothing but respect as he eyed Masayuki. I really wish he'd be kind enough to stop. Masayuki was smiling, but he looked about ready to burst into tears at any moment.
But the problem is that it's not only the Green Fury leader.
I said.
Over on this team, this guy's an A, this guy's an A. The Sons of the Veld, they're all called? They sure assembled a rogues gallery here.
No way, that many high-ranked people?
Nothing I would have an issue with.
Yes, if the top members of the Veld formed a party, even floor 50 wouldn't stop them for long.
Bovix and Equix are a rank, too, but if it's one of them against these two dudes in particular, it'll be an uphill battle. And I'd put the Green Fury leader on the same line as Bovix.
That high up?
Yeah, I mean, this pair here, they're about twice as strong as Jinrai. Just comparing their bodily abilities, not their battle skills.
The two Veld standouts were each on the level of a high-end magic born. Weaker than Gelmid, that name takes me back, but certainly stronger than one of the lower-ranked paladins. Meanwhile, the Green Fury leader was in a class of their own, too. I wasn't sure, but I was willing to bet their skill level in battle was pretty high.
Looks like they're summoning magic beasts to run on ahead and alert them to the traps I set. They're professionals, for sure.
Yeah, if this keeps up, it's just a matter of time before they reach the floors I set up.
I figured Ramirez would be happier about that. Why all the tension? I wasn't too thrilled about this party dodging all my traps, but she and Veldora were all ramped up about taking on challengers. Between that and the generally disturbed way she was acting, was there something else going on?
Say, are you hiding something?
I decided to just ask her point blank. Veldora and Ramirez looked at each other, figuring out how to handle this. Presumably, Ramirez drew the short straw, because she spoke first.
Well, in the 3 days you were holed up in there.
And the story she had made me want to rub my forehead, too. As she explained, Hinata's Crusaders had begun their training, beginning with floor 51, as we agreed upon. Ramirez had lined floors 51 through 60 with her own set of traps, and of course she watched them excitedly as the paladins went about their business. Adelman, the guy she tapped to be the floor 60 boss monster, had summoned a massive force of undead, leading to innovations like corridors of infinitely spawning zombies, oxygen-free rooms, the dead didn't have to breathe, after all, and things even more diabolical than that.
I was really confident, you know? And those stupid paladins kept on purifying everything in their path. The no oxygen chamber stopped them for a bit, but the people behind the frontline team just resurrected them, and off they went.
They had the perfect tools for that challenge, huh? Well, that's the way it goes sometimes.
I tried to comfort the depressed Ramirez as she continued. Before much longer, the Crusader group reached the boss on floor 60. Adelman was waiting for them, but again, he was just the kind of opponent the paladins trained for. Thinking about it, the results really made perfect sense. As a white with none of his own power, Adelman was only as good as whatever he could summon. The paladins were way beyond what he could personally fight off. At the same time, however, Adelman was a sort of elder statesman in the eyes of the paladins. He couldn't just run away from them, I suppose. Hopefully he didn't find the experience too humiliating.
He wasn't all depressed, was he?
He was.
Thought so. Better give him a pep talk later.
So what happened next?
After defeating Adelman,
Said Veldora.
they pressed onto the floors where my traps were set. I was watching from above, chuckling over all the pain and turmoil they'd undoubtedly be about to face, and
they actually dodged our master's traps, too. The slippery floors, the illusory walls, the corridor of true darkness, the death rays, not even I could come up with some of that stuff, but they strode through all of it.
Veldora and Ramirez gritted their teeth as they described it. The floors between 61 and 70 were Veldora's to decorate as he saw fit. His traps did take some victims, yes, but unless they died instantly, the paladins could readily heal them back to shape. Between that and their resurrection bracelets, as they put it, the team never really acted like they were in danger. And here I thought those floors were too tough. With a team ranked A or above, as long as the whole party didn't die at once, they could always bounce back. Something told me we'd need to recalibrate the difficulty level a little.
But my elemental colossus put in a real good fight.
Said Ramirez.
He wiped out all the challengers, even.
Wow, if he can wipe out a team of paladins, that's nothing to sniff at. But hell, his sheer weight alone was a threat. He was impervious to swords or magic, he moved like a jackrabbit, and his weight had to be measured in tons. He'd be anyone's nightmare, so why was Ramirez all despondent?
Well, it appears that seeing the paladin struggle against that boss frustrated Lady Hinata quite a bit.
Mjolnir said with a grin.
At one point, Sir Fritz, one of the paladin commanders in the party, said to his companions, "Why, I'm not even sure Lady Hinata herself could conquer this foe."
Yes, if Hinata was there, an angered Hinata, not even an elemental colossus could stop her. In fact.
So, how far did Hinata get?
Yes,
That's the problem.
It really shocked me. In the space of a single day, Hinata made it all the way down to the 95th floor. Even if we spotted her at floor 61, that's an insane amount of speed. She made quick work of the elemental colossus, stopping it in its tracks and using disintegration to completely destroy it. Before much longer, she was at floor 80, beating the boss there with pretty much a single blow.
My apprentice Zegen's in poople form at the moment, so he was in no shape to get moving.
Veldora explained.
Apito woke up first, but she couldn't keep up with that girl's speed, so she got whipped.
yeah, that was quite a fight. Being a queen wasp, Apito's agility puts her at the top of the monster kingdom. And she was trying her hardest to land a blow on that Hinata lady, but she fended off every single one.
Said Ramirez. Yeah, if it's Hinata involved, I could kinda see that. She's a strong one. How I even managed to beat her was still a mystery to me.
And then she kept on going. Floors 81 through 89 are each ruled by one of Kumara's followers, but she knocked them out, one by one.
Right, and Kumar is still too young, so I let Beretta serve as the boss of floor 90, but Hinata beat him.
It looked to me like Beretta had gotten stronger, but I guess he tangoed with the wrong lady.
I said.
It's incredible,
replied Ramirez.
I can't believe people don't call Hinata a hero.
And with that, Hinata called it a day and settled down in her elegant suite on the 95th floor. She had spent yesterday conquering floors 96 to 99, the dragon floors, crafted by Milam that were supposed to be the toughest we had to offer.
The raging earth floor, the earthquakes are one thing, but the gravity traps are murder on you.
Continued Ramirez.
It's about 5 times normal gravity in there, so you'd think she'd have trouble moving around, but
neither lightning from the heavens, nor bone-chilling cold, nor searing heat seemed to work against Hinata.
So then it was finally time for my appearance.
Whoa, really, Veldora? You fought her?
I did. I take all comers. As the last boss, I will flee from no challenger.
And what happened?
This was Veldora, of course he wouldn't run. But I needed to know the results. Veldora was stronger than me, so I couldn't imagine that he lost, but the question was how Hinata decided to approach this.
Oh, I won, of course. But she was rather strong, I will admit. Her sword skills reminded me a tad of the hero who banished me, but her fighting style was quite the opposite.
Whether Veldora's victory was a foregone conclusion or not, I was kind of sad I missed the fight. I really wish someone thought to record it.
Understood. Unfortunately, all battle records appear to have been deleted.
Yeah, but damn, I can't believe how stupid I am for missing an epic event like that.
I tell you, Sir Rimuru, I could hardly believe my own eyes. Lady Hinata was poetry in motion.
Oh, Mjolnir saw it too? I am so jealous.
Yeah, I have to hand it to Hinata. People argue over who is better, am I or is she? But honestly, every time the question comes up, my stomach starts to hurt.
Modest as always, Sir Masayuki?
Molly, please? That's not modesty at all. It's the cold, hard truth.
Oh, no need to joke about that, Mjolnir.
The smile on Masayuki's face looked taut and thin as he talked his way out of the question. Mjolnir didn't get the message.
Ah yes, indeed. I am sure that when it comes to battle, there is never any joking around with you. Why, if you ever had the chance to wage battle against Sir Veldora, I'm sure the results would be beyond comprehension. I'd love to have a front row seat for that.
It's funny, Mjolnir was usually such a compassionate, empathetic man. But with Masayuki, he just didn't know when to quit. Please, just stop. The kid looks like he's about to have a heart attack.
Oh, you think so? Would you like to have a bit of a sparring match, Masayuki?
A bit of a sparring match would kill him.
Now. Yes, Masayuki's a champion, but he uses his brain to fight more, you know? If we ever fought, I think I'd have a slight edge, but with your outlandish strength, Veldora, I don't think he'd ever live up to you.
I see. Yes, I thought as much as myself. You always were a fine judge of character, Rimuru.
Phew. That ought to do it. Praise him, and it immediately lifts his spirits.
Anyway, back to the topic?
For now, I needed to hear Veldora's story to the end. I glanced at him, and he nodded back.
Yes. You see, the hero who sealed me away never made a single wasteful motion in her attacks. By comparison, that woman Hinata seemed to take a more varied approach, searching for something that could work against me. They were both cool-headed as fighters, never exposing themselves, but Hinata's style seemed full of needless strikes and movements to me.
As he described it, Hinata executed a wide range of attacks. Every kind of magic, amulet, and artifact she could think of, she deployed them all. Simple physical attacks don't work on Veldora, so I imagine she was experimenting to see what, if anything, would. But pretty much nothing she threw at him had any effect.
That final attack of hers was a fine one, though. It even damaged me, albeit a very small, tiny amount. It reminded me of the hero's absolute severance skill, to some extent.
He was talking about Melt Slash, Hinata's ace in the hole and a finishing move that took advantage of her sword moonlight. But not even that fazed him?
Do you think she could be a threat if she used the right tactics?
Ramirez thought about this for a moment.
I think she's stronger than Clayman or the other, lesser demon lords, that's for sure. Even the Octogram's current members might have a hard time with her if they let their guard down. But my master here's in a world of his own.
Exactly. If she wants to fight even with me, she'll need at least 10 times the energy.
Oh, so not even Hinata was a good match for Veldora? I really wish I could have been there to study that battle. If I saved my memory of it, it could have been a great reference in the future. But there was nothing I could do now. Leaving the past where it belonged, I steered us back to the original topic.
Alright, so in essence, the second half of the labyrinth failed to function properly against the paladins and Hinata? But the bosses get resurrected, right?
Yeah, but Adelman is weaker than Bovix, you know? And he helps me with research and stuff. I think he's a real talent, but I don't think he's the best person for the Floor 60 boss.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. Shoutout to Rahul Subramanian, Amenadin Diron, Mark Lloyd, Mark Manalo, John Dianga, Psycho Cat, Josia Ingada, Inan Sapigaw, Miliam Nava, and last but not the least, shoutout to Senpai. I'll see you guys in the next video.